If you're a fan of Cell Juniors, well, you came to the right place because today we get to take a look at the KW Studios action figures of Cell Juniors. And while we're talking about it, you can get a full perfect Cell from KW Studios. Great studio, by the way. Thank you, KW, for sending these things over to me so that we can all take a look at these things. And you know what? I'm going to take them out of the box so that we can look at them with our eyeballs. But just so you know, you can follow KW Studios on social media, sliding out all of our Cell Juniors from box number 1. No disrespect, buddy. I just do that with all of my stuff. We have a stand in there. Look at that. I mean, goodness, nobody gives you stands anymore, it seems, these days. I am so pumped to have these little guys, and I cannot wait already to, I mean, I before we got to this point, I couldn't wait to have them. I have them now, and I'm already ahead of this going, I can't wait to have perfect Cell that KW Studios making. Anyway, we have that for set number 1. And then set number 2, which is the same SKU but with a P at the end. Oh gosh. Also comes with a stand, and then comes with all of these extra parts. P for parts, I'm guessing, so that we can have some more variety of these little Cell Juniors. Now, there's no full-size Cell within my possession that makes sense to put along with this, so we just have to use all of our Z fighters and kind of do some fun stuff with our B-roll. So stick around as we look at all the details of these things, the articulation, and do some posing along the way. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. We've got 3 boys, 4 additional face plates, 6 sets of hands. Wait, 4 sets of hands, making 8 hands altogether, the key effect, and then we have a stand. So, am I excited about this? Yes, I've made that clear from the very beginning. So let's just jump into it because there's a good amount to look at, plus the other set, and we're going to be here all day if we don't just get into it. Imagine that we actually looked at the stuff we reviewed. Such an idiot. Up first, let's just take a full look at one of these guys because I think there's a lot to talk about here. So we're seeing a lot of parts that are just plastic, like the blue, totally fine. The purple, fine. The dark blue, also fine. And there's some slight applications, obviously with the pattern here. I don't know if that's like, I don't know how that's applied. I don't think it's just like a sticker type attached to the blue. It's almost like it's part of whatever. Doesn't matter. How it's made isn't really relevant. The fact that it is made is relevant. Now there's a lot of details even still, considering the fact that it's mostly just plastic, which honestly means it's going to blend in really well with your s.h.figuarts figures because those are mostly plastic with just a little bit of paint. But these things, they don't feel or look like they're missing paint. They are perfect. These are perfect representations of Cell Juniors, which you've never seen before in action figure form. Now they also seem like they're going to have a lot of articulation, including the wings in the back, which is insane to be this small. There is toe articulation. Now 2 of my little boys, they had their little metal rods here for their toe articulation, had fallen out, but that was an easy fix. However, I fear that it's going to be an easy non-fix, meaning that they're going to fall out. But I mean, just right off the bat, this is perfect. Even if they don't even move, I'm so happy to have these little guys. But obviously with this faceplate, his tongue sticking out, which is unique to this guy. He's got these hands on by default. I am trying to be a little bit delicate because I don't know what the articulation is going to be like. Obviously some joints and things can pop apart, but as tiny as they are, you know, I've had other figures from other lines where they make really, really tiny things like this, and then just based purely on the size, that means that joints and things just pop apart, and there's not really much you can do about that. It's definitely something to be aware of as you start to articulate these guys, but you can see there's a shoulder joint, there's bicep swivel. I don't know how he managed to do this at this scale. We have a ball hinge for the elbow, and then a standard wrist. I don't know. Yeah, just a... Dang, how are you doing this? This scale, this is crazy. But it might be a challenge to get some of these joints to move without popping apart, as you're seeing right now for me. His right arm was fine. This left one is getting to be a little bit more of a challenge. If you work it hard enough, I think you'll be able to get the pose and stuff that you're looking for, or at least close enough to sell that. Full leg rotation at the hips, like on a ball joint there, and hinge, I think. Double jointed knees. toe articulation. There's a little bit of ankle articulation, but the design of the figure, of course, is limited. Waist articulation as well. This is all very impressive for this scale. You didn't have to go this hard, man. Like, this is really pushing the limits of such a little guy. And then, of course, the wings on the back of it. So, awesome. Next up, we have same thing, but it's more of a little cocky face. And then he's got these standard flat hands on, which could be good for just different attacks. It's just a simple pose, and they look awesome. This is fantastic. And up next, we have this one, which has fists on by default, and then he's got his kind of stern face, but eyes shifted and looking up a little bit. I mean, these are all really fantastic. Of course, they all articulate the same way. The quality control between each one might vary, so some arms might pop off a little easier than others. All things considered, I am very, very happy with these things so far. Now, my stand was also scratched up. Like, I don't know how that happened exactly. I guess because it was in that bag and then these pieces were just floating around and just kind of scratched it, but who cares? I am not going to be looking at the stand. Whoops. But we have 4 areas to articulate, plus multiple areas to snap it into the base, and a claw arm to hold the little boys, and then this, if you have multiple stands, you can lock them together. Up next, we have some faceplate options. Number 1 here with the smirk and the eyes shifted to the left, looking good. We have this one, which is more like he got punched in his little tiny tum-tums, and he's like, ah! And then this one, which is just a cool attack face. Looks great, very angry. This one, which is more of like a, oh, well, you could use it a couple ways. It's up to you. Obviously, you don't have to use these any way that I'm telling you that you can use them. But this is like he's maybe a little scared that some little Gohan is stronger than they thought. The blast effect, or just the charge effect, is much like what we've seen from a lot of s.h.figuarts and other brands in the past, where you just have to find these little chunks and lock them in. And the nice thing here is that they're on just little ball pegs, so we can actually articulate them once they're attached. Very nice, very simple. It's got actual like flakes of sparkles in there, glitter or something. It's really adds a lot more life to it, especially as the light hits it. We get some optional hands. We got these, which are kind of like little claw attacks or key blasts. We have a little bit more opened up and more traditional key blast, and a copy of those, but with the peg in the center so that we can attach one of these effect pieces. Well, there's only one. As simple as that, and I mean, unless I just got lucky, all of the holes are the exact same size, or you don't have to like match them up to a particular thing. Very, very nice. And then finally, we get the best feature in the whole set so far. The little middle fingers, which is so on brand, man. What's the deal with Cell Juniors and Gotenks just always loving to give people the finger? So on to the next set. Let's start with this base because I think it's the same thing. No, it's an additional arm and an additional claw to utilize with the same base, I guess. And finally, we are on to all of the bonus parts, which look splendid. Look at that. I mean, that's not something s.h.figuarts would ever make because they don't care about us. We have alternate head parts, and I'm not totally sure why. We have some additional hand parts. I'm assuming that this is for little Gohan because these are tiny hands. I would guess that these are for Krillin because it's a bag of senzu beans. We'll find out. We have this beautiful sculpt of exploded face with the eyeball popping out. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh. I guarantee you could also pull up a specific frame and find exactly this moment. We get some optional parts, which I believe are for like chopped off bits. You would take one of these guys, right? And cut their arm off or something? Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out. I'm gonna have to look it up to make sure that my stupid brain has done it properly. Anyway, it does something somehow, somewhere, and we'll figure it out, okay? At least in the B-roll, that's what B-roll's for. And I'm talking right now because that's the part where I'll like show you that it's happening. We also get this little adapter piece that I don't recall what this is for because I haven't looked at his images in quite some time. It does seem to attach to this, which would imply that something else attaches to this, like his head. To do that, to have it like in action, I'm guessing. And we get some more effect pieces here. There's no ball, so this has to be a very specific scene. It's gotta be for something. Oh, there is an additional ball. It just rolled away. I'm so stupid. So it is bigger than the other one, and we can just basically do exactly what we did a minute ago, but on a larger scale. How about that? And there, that is attached to the hands that were in this set. And then we have these, there's two of them, again, with the glitter inside. There's like a hole going all the way through that portion. So I'm certain this is from a very specific scene that I just don't recall because it's been a super long time. But it seems that we would be able to just take them and attach them to these rod pieces and then have, oh my god, it already looks awesome. So I can't wait to just start putting all these things together, getting some awesome B-roll for you guys. Let's see how well they scale up to all these other figures, and let's see how these other hands attach. Now that I'm looking at these hands here, they seem a little too big for Gohan, at least this version of Gohan, which isn't this the Gohan that fights these guys? I don't know what's happening. I mean, it does attach, so that's good. And if we're just trying to sell it, you know, as an effect piece, then it's probably fine, right? Like that looks cool. I'm gonna assume it's Gohan, but it might attach to somebody else. I mean, it does attach to him. Is it meant for him? I don't know. Scale-wise, looking awesome. Wow. Okay, let's zoom out to get a proper scale here. Look at how perfect these guys are. I mean, this Gohan is tiny. These Cell Juniors are insanely small. For the sake of ultimate tiny boy sizing, look at this. This is the Goku, the mini Goku. This is a perfectly scaled Cell Junior. This is making me super happy. We have a Super Saiyan Goku, so that also looks fantastic. And we have Krillin. And Krillin, he comes with his own bag of senzu beans, so don't know. What's this other one for then? For the sake of comparison, they are brand new sculpts, so they are unique to themselves. The coloring obviously is different. So now I'm not sure who this belongs to. I guess it belongs to anybody that you can attach it to, or it belongs to the very specific scene of when it happened. Which, uh-oh, I don't remember the senzu beans. As small as it is, it does make me think that it's probably best for this Gohan. So I could not be happier with these things. There are some imperfections, as we talked about, like the joints of this one kind of popping off at the elbow. Be cautious of these pins in the feet because they might slide out and then you lose it. It's cool that toe articulation's here, but I don't even think it was necessary as small as these guys are. But I'm happy it's here. I'm happy that these are here. I still don't know what the heck these alternate head parts are for because I forgot about them and I just moved on. Why would we have these as optional head parts? I don't know. If I figure this out, I will try to do some visual aid along the way, but replacing the face parts that's simple. This is one that came on there. This is one of the extras. Because I don't think you can buy just additional bodies. If you could, that does seem a little weird because you would have the heads sold separately. Maybe it's just a convenience thing, although I still will now have one faceplate that doesn't attach to something. Yeah, I'm just left over with that. Anyway, I've made a complete mess. This is great. Let's clean it up. Let's look at these one more time. Are these figures perfect? No, but they're fantastic. They're, I would say, amazing. And I'm really, really happy to have them. So thank you to KW for sending them to me. I mean, I would have bought these things regardless. And I will have some links down in the description. Hopefully, these are still available to pre-order with links that I put down in the description. Anyway, if you enjoyed this and you want to see some more stuff from KW Studios to know just how good he can be, which is, I mean, we just did. To see more how good he can be stuff, then click the top link there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.